Wednesday, where we come together to remember who we are, who God says we are, not to be swept up in the worldly affairs, but to be present within, awakening that inner presence of God that's within us. We've come to share blessings, to come together to lift up the truth, to lift up a word, knowing that we were made in the image and likeness of a magnificent Creator, Father, God, Spirit. We've come to be reminded. We've come to release our word in our atmosphere, in our dwelling spaces, in our neighborhoods and communities, knowing that that energy stretches into our cities, our states, our countries, our planet. We are speaking words of power, speaking words of love, speaking words of divine right action. All things are possible with God, and we can do anything with God. We've come to remind ourselves just how worthy and wonderful we are. And we may not always feel worthy in every moment, but when we relax into the knowing that God's presence is all around us, we remember that we are worthy just as we are in this very moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the pulsating power, allowing the light of God to surge through every fiber of your being. Allow this healing light and this healing energy that's surging through those fibers to touch where it may hurt, where there's pain, where there's a diagnosis. Allow that presence and power of God to do what God always does, and that is inspire, lifts, heals, renews, restores, transforms. We're seeking on this wonderful Wednesday to get in touch with our own inner worth, to remind us just how irreplaceable we are. We are releasing ourselves from false beliefs and getting in tune with our inner divine nature. Take a deep breath. There is an inner divine nature within you that longs to express throughout you. Remember these words. Speak them to yourself and allow them to have life. We are affirming right now that I am enough. I am enough. I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am divine. I am divine. God adores me. God adores me. I am worthy of my dreams coming true. Flowing as. I am worthy of my dreams coming true. Flowing as. I am worthy of whole love, unconditional love. I am worthy of whole love, unconditional love. Take a deep breath. Breathing that energy in, that truth in, and allowing it to saturate your beingness. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I trust the process of God's life through me. I trust the process of God's life through me. I belong to the universe. I belong to the universe. I am a unique and irreplaceable being. I am unique and an irreplaceable being. I am a spiritual being having human experiences. I am a spiritual being having human experiences. But the presence of God permeates my being. Oh yes, the presence of God permeates my being. I am the universe celebrating itself. Can you breathe that in? I am, you are the universe celebrating itself. Spirit is guiding me wherever I go. Spirit is guiding me wherever I go. I am affirming today that I am lifted up by the power of God within me. I am lifted up by the power of God within me. Breathe that in. We are lifted in this moment by the power of God that's within us. In this moment, we are accepting the comfort and strength of God. In this very moment, right where we are accepting the comfort and strength of God. That still small voice calls each of us to the center of peace. Feel the peace. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to totally relax. And then the energy of the peace that's within makes itself known in the atmosphere. Right where you are, you feel the center of peace within you and all around you. Let us just truly be open to the peace of God that's within. Open to it. Open the door of your heart. Open the door of your beingness. Open the door of consciousness. I am open to the peace of God within me and all around me. On this spiritual journey, let us know that we are supported by the power and the wisdom and the love of God. On this spiritual journey, we are supported by the love, by the wisdom, by all that God is. Take a deep breath. Feel that affirmative prayer, that affirmative voice to the universe to your inner self. Because we have to be mindful of the conversations that we carry on within ourselves. We want to be poised and centered in the Christ mind so that nothing can disturb the calm peace of our soul. What are you saying to yourself right now? We are continuously telling ourselves something, having these inner conversations through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our experiences. The responses or reactions that we make, the attitudes that we have, that we are accepting, that we are projecting. Affirmative, loving, peaceful conversations with ourselves. Our prayers must be affirmative. No begging or beseeching. We don't have to plead. Speak our word and move into it, embodying every aspect of that word. We can change our lives by changing the way we think and feel. And we are doing this day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment, thought by thought. Watch the kind of conversations that we have with ourselves. Sometimes negative, sometimes fearful, sometimes depressing, but also sometimes positive, sometimes healing. Powerful reminders of our truth. So we come together on the daily basis through many different channels, but on Wednesday to truly remind ourselves that our thinking makes it so, that our thinking creates our experiences. And we strengthen ourselves and have the courage to speak these words so that our circumstances, so that our body, so that our finances are not the dictators of our experience, but our words and trust and belief in the presence and power of God. Breathe that in. Nothing outside of ourselves should be able to dictate the experiences, the purpose and reason that we're having this spiritual journey that God called each of us forth. Speak your word for your family. When something looks impossible or the solution does appear to come quickly enough, turn your thinking around and say, I have faith that there is a way for this situation, this circumstance to be solved for the blessing and the benefit of all. I have faith. The faith of the power of the word is awakened within me. Ill health is an experience. Pain is an experience. It is not the truth of our being. The very cells, muscles, and organs of our body will listen to and accept divine ideas of wholeness, life, and strength. It has to. Our God tells us. Our master teacher taught us that our word has just as much power as any word spoken. As that word spoken, let there be. Our word uses the same power, the same energy, the same law. To bring our words into fruition, to give ourselves testimony after testimony, Allow everything within you to affirm, I know and believe that the healing, renewing life of God is in me. I know and believe that the healing, renewing life of God is in me. I am the healthy, free, perfect child of God. The life of God in me is now healing, restoring, and renewing every part of me. For we live in the eternal life of God. We are affirming our truth. Let that truth demonstrate in your body. Because when our mind and our body is awakened and alive in the truth, we think different, we speak different, and it touches our relationships. So our relationships are different because we're at peace and we're feeling good. And therefore we let out good vibrations. When our relationships are not going good, we are not feeling good about ourselves or within ourselves. Something is amiss. And that's why we're supposed to speak our word, vision, and pray every single hour of every day to bring truth of our being into alignment. Brother Paul always speaks on what he learned in football. You have an assignment, and then there's an alignment with the truth, or what the coach is saying, what the teacher is saying, what the pastor is saying, what the doctor is saying. And when our spiritual assignment is not in alignment, then we have to make adjustments. And adjustment is our affirmative prayer and our ability to sit still during the day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long, to see what God is doing in, through, and as us. Take a deep breath. Sometimes in our relationships, when we think of others, those that are near and dear to us, we may not find it very easy to be at peace with them. We may find ourselves thinking of what they said, or what they did, or what they didn't do. Or character and personality doesn't vibe with ours, but they are, just as we are, God's children. Leave them in peace. The peace that we feel that we have, spread it. Give it, that it comes back even more for you. Give love. You don't have to like it, but we're here to spread love. Whatever the question, love is the answer. Love is the answer, whatever the question. Again, when we're not at peace, when we have inner conflict, it's going to show itself. So think about this with others, that when they're not at peace, I don't care what they show you. We don't know what people are feeling on the inside until they project it on the outside. That's our indicator. And just think about it with yourself. When you're grumpy or you're sad, there's something going on within. Whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so it is with our brothers and sisters, our boys and girls. So when we notice it, we must speak a word. One of the best things that we can say is, I behold the Christ in you. We are beholding what Christ holds for us for another. We are seeing past the experiences or the appearances, past the personal self to the Christ self. We are seeing him or her as they really are. A child of God, a spiritual being, acting out in the human way. We can heal our country, our planet, by just thinking peaceful and loving thoughts. 95% of the time, we can bring a miraculous healing. Take a deep breath. We can do it. We have the power of God within. We have the ability to love through, to be at peace in the midst of. We have the ability, we were equipped with it, created out of the image and likeness of it. So when we find ourselves dwelling on the past or wishing that we might have acted differently in some situation or circumstance, let us remind ourselves we are always growing and unfolding and learning. Let us not hold ourselves or anyone else in a thought of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is the most healing power next to love that there is. Forgiveness is the most healing power next to love. Forget it, forgive it, and release it. Let it go. Let it be what it was, the past, and learn from it. When we behold the Christ in others, we are declaring our faith in the Spirit of God in them. When we behold the Christ within ourselves, we are declaring our faith in the Spirit of God that's within us. That presence and power, that wisdom that has placed this magnificent body of ours divinely, so perfectly, that's beating our hearts, that's allowing us to breathe, allowing us to move our arms, our fingers, our legs, allowing us to smell, to taste, allowing our hair to grow, allowing our skin to glow. That power, that thing, that infinite wisdom, that loving, magnificent presence. The joy of God, let it have its way with you. That you just feel joy. Joy is healing. Peace is healing. The ability to be still for any amount of time is healing. Positive thoughts, words, conversation is healing. It restores and transforms things back to its original idea, the idea of God. You are worthy. You are irreplaceable. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are that special son, that special daughter. You are God made manifest. A living example. Take a deep breath. Feel your magnificence. And on this afternoon, feel how cool it is that the same God who created mountains and oceans and galaxies looked at you, looked at me, and thought the world needed one of us too. Just imagine. On this wonderful Wednesday, be with people who know your worth, who see the Christ within you, your sonship and your daughtership. We don't need a lot of people to be happy, just a few who appreciate us for who we are. Today is a wonderful day because you're in it. I'm in it. We have the power, and I pray that we have the audacity to bask in the light of God as if we're something extra special to our Creator, our Father, the Spirit, because we are. We are everything that God said we are. So from this moment forward, every conversation we have is going to be a good conversation, a positive conversation, a life-saving conversation, a solution conversation, a true conversation, a kind conversation. So we're going to go forth in this day, trusting and believing that there's a power for good in the universe, a power within us that wants to be a demonstration of good as and through us, and we can use it in every circumstance, in every situation. Take that breath of whole life, that breath that oxygenates and feeds every cell, every muscle, every organ, that cleanses our blood. Vision and see new blood cells coming, because nothing stays the same. Our bodies are changing every single moment. So allow your positive thinking and your faith in the power of the word to change everything for the greater good. To wake up or go to sleep tonight feeling better than you felt in months or years. Imagine each day being better and better. Each relationship more fuller, more complete, more respectful, more loving, more patient, more kind. Imagine God's resource and supply in all ways, flowing to you from all areas. You don't have to know how. You just know that it is. that special need or desire that you're looking to flow into your experience. Imagine it, vision it, see it flowing. See yourself experiencing it. Allow yourself to say thank you in advance for the wonderful blessings. Our treasure chest of good is within, only to be called forth, believed in, and then demonstrate itself on the outer. No need for strife and struggle. The universal purse is ready to be pulled upon to release all of that we need. So let us give thanks for the opportunity to come together, to speak our word together. Where two or more are gathered, we recognize and unify with that power, that spirit even greater, for we are assisting one another. We are supporting one another. We are lifting that word of truth that we all can see and bask in it. That golden shower of blessing, like a beautiful golden cloud hovering over all of us and just pouring itself upon us. Embody it. Trust it. Believe in it. And be grateful for it. Take a deep breath as you're totally releasing any and everything prior to this session that is not for your greater good. You inhale all of that goodness, allowing it to flow from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, from the inside to the outside. So just affirm the rest of this day and the rest of your life. The blessings of God are flowing in my experience. The blessings of God are flowing in my experience. I give thanks. We let go. And we allow all of those blessings of God to flow. It is so. And so it is. Just sit with that for a moment. Feel the peace just saturating that inner body. Feel the peace that's just surrounding you in your atmosphere. And so it is. Blessings, family.